And what, how would like someone who's not in New York City how would they find a good acupuncturist? Like what would you recommend? How would they find someone?
Sure. Well, one is you do definitely want to make sure that the acupuncturist is licensed, and so there is something called the NCCAOM, and they could find it online. I think it's nccaom.org. It's the National Licensing Certifying Agency for acupuncturists. So at a very basic level, that's where you would go to make sure that someone is actually licensed. And then, it's always best to get a referral, from someone. But if you don't have that opportunity, then I would say one is if someone is, say, in some part of the country and they don't know anyone, so they don't have a specific acupuncturist to go to, but if they've Googled and they've seen, oh, there's someone who's actually worked with a lot of people who have cancer, like, it's very worthwhile to call or email that person up and say, I'm in wherever, Minnesota, this place, do you know anyone here?
Right.
That's another way
Yeah.
that you could find someone. So yeah, but I would say step one is make sure that they're licensed, and then call around. I always recommend ask questions. Say, do you have a few minutes? When can I talk to you for a few minutes? Have they had experience? What is their approach like? To get a.
And so if somebody's not feeling that well, would you suggest they ask a friend to do that for them, to make those calls? Or
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. Absolutely. But what often, I'm sure someone, you have this diagnosis and the C word, and then everyone wants to be helpful, but no one knows quite what to do. So it's like, this is a great thing to have certain friends that you've assigned the task of doing the research for you. Find, make a bunch of calls, find a good acupuncturist, things like that. Definitely.
And anything that you'd like to add?
Just that, I would highly, highly encourage anyone who is going through this challenge, this journey of cancer, to seek acupuncture treatment, to at least see what it feels like for them. Cancer doesn't grow overnight, so there are certain processes that have been happening in the body that led the body, and there's so many, we don't know, there's not one, there's so many, it can be a mystery, but if there's anything to be gained, it's like, can you gain some greater insight into the understandings of what's happening in your system as a whole, and in its best possible way, acupuncture is one of the tools that can help you to understand yourself better, to help you understand your body better, so that whatever types of treatments you do to eradicate the cancer from your body now, that it does not come back. So for that reason too, for prevention in the future, I really would encourage it.
And in the tradition of Chinese medicine, cancer is seen as what? An imbalance? Or is it I know in a lot of alternative therapy, alternative medicine, cancer is seen as something that exists in your body and maybe has just gotten out of control. So it's not a question of, the way Western medicine sees cancer is, they want to kill it, it's a battle, whereas other therapies quite often see it as a way of kind of getting your immune system back into balance, and so that while you'll still maybe have cancer cells, your immune system will be able to keep them, at bay, or keep them a little bit quiet.
Yeah, definitely. It's thought of in different ways. So in the language of Chinese medicine, it could be considered phlegm, stagnation. It's, an accumulation. That's one possibility. Sometimes often it's considered, there's a component of heat involved, and that's usually when there's like the rapid growth. So it could be kind of a hot phlegm. Sometimes, though, it's considered cold stasis, which is why, as I mentioned, treatments are really individualized, because it depends in that person what is really the mechanism that's causing this, what's going on. And there are some general, of course, understandings depending on the type of cancer, but then it's also like, how is it manifesting in that individual? So, sometimes from a Chinese medicine point of view, things that we call diseases, all of that, they come about in the body. They may be responses, as I think you might have been alluding to, responses in the body to help to actually heal something. It might be trying to contain something. It might be trying to contain, emotions that are too violently toxic to deal with right now. I mean, that's just one
Right.
possibility. So it's really, you know, the whole metaphor of the war against cancer, and you know, it's. I think it can be unfortunate because, and this is not to dismiss. Obviously, if someone is having cancer and if you don't want it and you want it to go away, but to kind of understand it in a different way, like it is something